My name is Jakob Vogelsang. I'm a contributor to both the projects CoMPAS and OpenSCD. In this video, I would like to talk about both the projects, how they work together, and what the differences between two projects are. Let's start with the most obvious thing first. CoMPAS and OpenSCD do look alike a lot. If you load the CoMPAS distribution and the OpenSCD distribution, you won't find so many differences between those. In the snapshot here on the slide, you can see that I'm obviously logged in as Jakob Vogelsang in CoMPAS. There's some kind of single sign-on running in the background. And you can also see that there is one more tab option loaded that is called CoMPAS version. So obviously both tools use the same front end. So this part of the software that is interacting with the user. Now, to be more precise here, CoMPAS is using OpenSCD as an upstream dependency. So the front end, in a lot of cases, is designed within OpenSCD, and CoMPAS is using it. That is why they look so much alike. But let's look into the background why this is possible. Both CoMPAS and OpenSCD are CoMPAS through using OpenSCD as an upstream dependencies, a set of modules or JavaScript plugins. In OpenSCD, they are called plugins. Those are little entities of functionality, front-end functionality, that, for example, shows you the substation structure, or shows you the data model, or allows you to click on a button that is called Open Project and other stuff. And each of the modules is combined to an application through a web component that is running in the browser that is called OpenSCD. So OpenSCD is connecting the various plugins, those various parts of front-end functionality together to make the distribution or to make the application. Which means both CoMPAS and OpenSCD, CoMPAS through using OpenSCD upstream, are web apps. So the user is interacting with it through a web browser. Now, some of the modules, some of the plugins that you are loaded are editor type plugins. You can access those through the top app bar to clicking on the various tabs. On the first slide, you saw the example of the substation editor showing the substation structure or the substation section structure in the SCL file. Basically, the editor type plugins allow you to render complex stuff. So the content of the file, for example, or the relationship between signals and other stuff. There are a lot of plugins already in OpenSCD and additional ones in CoMPAS. Examples are an IAD plugin that allows you to browse through the data model, or the communication plugin that allows you to see how access points are connected to subnetworks, or subscriber plugins that allow you to see the relationship between Goose or Goose data with their subscribers. Or we have a template plugin that allows you to browse through and manipulate the data type template section in the SCL, or a cleanup plugin that was provided by a very nice guy from New Zealand that allows you to clean up orphans in the file, so leftover data sets or leftover control blocks or leftover data type template content like logical node types or data object types, data attribute types, and enum types. There is an editor plugin that allows you to add 104 signal syntax to data attributes within your SCL file, and so on and so forth. Whatever needs a complex render structure is preferably an editor type plugin. The other type of plugins is the menu type plugin, and here you find functionality that is very often triggering an automated or a semi-automated SCL manipulation, and also allows you to add and export SCL files, the whole project or parts of it, And therefore, examples for that is open and safe project, of course, merge project that allows you to merge two SCL files together. Also, import IDs as an open SCL file variant. And then we have the last type is validated type plugins that allows you to trigger functionality that is checking for the validity of your project. There are various examples for that. Either like the validate schema. So SCL files are in essence XML files, and there is a schema for them defined in -6, which is basically defining the SCL, and therefore you can validate your project against this schema using various schema validation tools, and there are plenty on the market, and variety of them are in use. Or you can validate against OCL rules, so-called OCL rules, that in the last times are added to cope with the fact that the schema cannot cover everything that the standard defines. Both the menu and the validated type plugin you can access by clicking on the menu bar and then clicking on the buttons there. Now, everything that I just showed you is true for both CoMPAS and OpenSCD. CoMPAS using OpenSCD as an upstream dependency. So by using OpenSCD as an upstream dependency, CoMPAS get access to this front-end capability and the various type of plugins that are implemented in CoMPAS already. However, what CoMPAS adds in addition to that is the capability to communicate with backend services. And in CoMPAS, those are Java backend services that we call microservices. And CoMPAS and OpenSCD go together very well because a microservice is basically also a module, a little piece of functionality that is doing a very specific job, very similar to a plugin. And this is how they work together. CoMPAS is accessing its backend microservices through a front-end plugin that is written in OpenSCD. And this allows you to expand the way how you manipulate the SCL files, for example. Plugins that are allocated in OpenSCD are manipulating their SCL files using the browser as well, using the document object model in the browser. And in case of CoMPAS, there are some services that are doing that using Java in the backend. And it also allows you to access a database, for example, which you cannot do in OpenSCD. Here you load files from your drive and you save files to your drive. CoMPAS allows you to add a database. We have support for BaseX and a Postgres database to allow you to store and version SCL files in the background. So examples for plugins that are running backend microservice is the validate schema. The validate schema in OpenSCD is calling WebAssembly module libxml2. So basically doing this validation through a WebAssembly in the browser. In CoMPAS, it is calling a backend service that is doing the validation using Java libraries instead. Or we have some things that cannot be accessed to OpenSCD, as for example, the validate OCL. There is already a Java library that is allowing to validate SCL files against SCL rules provided by EDF. And we can access that through calling this service in the backend. Or an example for an editor type plugin could be CoMPAS versions. So this one is looking into the database and is taking all the versions for a specific SCL file. And then you can do fancy stuff like comparing two versions together and see what a specific engineer has added to an SCL file. By the way, all type of open and safe projects, or even every time you load something some parts of SCL or a whole project, you have always the choice to either load it from your hard drive or load it from a backend service. So to sum it all up, CoMPAS and OpenSCD work together in the front end. CoMPAS is using OpenSCD as an upstream dependencies to allow the user to get access to the Java backend services. It is doing so by creating for each such a microservice, Java backend service, one plugin and adding it to the application using the web component OpenSCD. Now, and you might also ask yourself, where is the code allocated that I was talking about? So all the CoMPAS microservices, all the backend services, and the plugins that allow to access those are allocated in the organization CoMPAS. You can find it on GitHub under com/pas, -pas, com/pas, and all plugins that are running in the browser, so which do not need a backend service, and the component that is connecting all the plugins together, OpenSCD, is maintained and allocated under github.com/OpenSCD. And maybe even more critical question to you is, if you find an issue with CoMPAS and or OpenSCD, where do you have to file that issue to? Well, you can file an issue either on CoMPAS in the repository CoMPAS OpenSCD, or you can file the issue on OpenSCD in the repository OpenSCD. And don't worry, if you're wrong, that's not at all a problem, because we will redirect you to the correct repository if needed. It is very important that you give us feedback. We will take care of the rest. I hope I could make you understand a little bit more what OpenSCD and CoMPAS are, and I hope you understand a little bit the similarities and the differences of those two tools. See you on GitHub.